Hi everyone, welcome back to my commerce class. Today I have taken one more problem on consignment account. The problem is related to goods sent on invoice price. Okay, sometimes goods are sent above the cost price and it is called invoice price. So you're the raw traders, the consigner. The raw traders consigned 100 computers costing rupees 20,000 each to Lakshman traders, the consignee, at 10% above cost. That's the invoice price. ROM traders incurred 500 rupees for packing of each computer. That's for each computer, so that it becomes, we have 100 computers now, it becomes 50,000. Okay. And Lakshman traders incurred railway charges of rupees 1,500, insurance of rupees 1,300, and carriage of 200. So all these comes under the non-recurring expenses only. Sales made by the consignee, that is the Lakshman traders, 20 computers at rupees 25,000 each for cash, 50 computers sold on credit at rupees 30,000 each, and 20 taken for his own stock, that is at rupees 25,000 each. Okay, and let the end consignee remitted the balance after deducting his commission at 10% on sales. He's getting a commission at 10% on sales. Now we need to prepare consignment account. Okay. So let us first calculate the valuation of closing stock, because all the computers not sold, whatever the left out stock is there, for that we need to find the value of closing stock. For that we need to do workings. Let us calculate the valuation of closing stock. Okay. Goods sent on consignment, cost plus 10%, that is 20,000 plus 2,000, it becomes 22 lakhs. For that we are adding non-recurring expenses of the consigner, that's the packing charges 50,000. So that the value of 100 computers becomes 22 lakhs 50,000. This is the cost of 100 computers after adding non-recurring expenses. And we need to add the non-recurring expenses of consignee also. The total of non-recurring expenses 3,000. So by the time the consignee receives the goods, cost of the invoice price of the goods received by the consignee becomes 22 lakhs 53,000. Out of that, he has sold a total 80 computers, 20 cash, 50 credit, and 10 taken by him. The total 80 computers were sold. So we don't want the sales price here, just we need to find what is the stock left. So remaining computers are 20, and we have to find the value of this 20 computers based on this value. The invoice price of 100 computers as calculated here 22 lakh 53,000, that we have to take into consideration to find the value of 20 computers. So this is the equation, 22 lakh 53,000 into 20 divided by 100. It's not a percentage, 100 computers. So that the value of 20 computers becomes 4,50,600. This is to be considered while preparing the consignment account. And this value is also at invoice price. Goods sent is also at invoice price. This is also at invoice price. Okay. When there is an invoice price, we have to create a reserve account or a loading account that we learn in the consignment account. Okay, now we are preparing consignment account in the books of ROM traders, the consigner. We are preparing consignment account. As you have learned in the previous problem, same entries to be taken. The only additional entry is to cancel this invoice price. We are going to make a reserve account. There is a loading, stock reserve or loading on goods sent. And again for the closing stock also, whatever the closing stock is there at invoice price, to cancel that invoice price, the plus additional value what is given, we have to make a cross entry, that's a stock reserve account. This only addition, and all the remaining entries remains the constant. Okay, let's see the two goods sent on consignment at invoice price 22 lakhs as given in the problem. We have not done any changes. It is given 20,000 each at 10% above the cost. They already added this value that we are going to consider. Okay, 20,000 plus 2,000, this invoice price to be taken into consideration for the problem also, for this consignment account also. Okay, 22 lakhs. Bank account 50,000, packing charges, there is a 500 into 100 whatever the consignor incurred, and consignor also incurred the expenses of railway carriage and all, that's a total 3,000. And the next entry is Lakshman Traders, that is related to commission due 10% on the total sales. The total sales is 20 lakhs. So on 20 lakhs, 10% becomes 2 lakhs. Okay. Then we have to take a stock reserve on the closing stock, that I'll explain later. By Lakshman Traders account, the sales done 20 plus 30. 20 computers sold at 25,000. 50 computers sold at 30,000. Total becomes 20 lakhs. This 20 lakhs is taken here. Okay, and 10 computers at rupees 25,000 taken by the consignee for his purpose, selling purpose. That's the stock taken by the consignee, and that is to be recorded here. Lakshman Traders account. Okay, this is a Lakshman Trade, not a stock, closing stock. Is going to buy it. Lakshman Traders account 2,50,000. And then consignment stock account, the stock what we have calculated here, this is the value. This value is taken here, 4,50,600. Now for this is at invoice price, whatever the cost plus 10%, the 10% what we added, that is to be cancelled by creating stock reserve account. 100 into 2,000, the excess 10%, whatever that is there, no, that is recorded here. Likewise, for the closing stock, 4,50,600, it's 20 computers. The 20 computers value, invoice price, whatever that is there, to be taken on the debit side. Stock reserve account, loading on closing stock, 20 into 2,000, that is 40,000. So now we have to find the profit or loss of the business. Okay. On the credit side, we are getting the total of 29 lakhs. So 29 lakhs written both the side. And we are getting a difference of 4,07,600. That's the profit. Okay. Profit to be transferred to P&L account. Okay, by this consignment account ends, and later you can do the consignment goods sent on consignment account, and also you can open the consignee account separately. But here we have completed with the consignment account. Just I concentrate on the invoice price adjustment. I hope it is clear. If you need any additional information, just raise the comment. I'll try to explain it in the next class. Okay, do subscribe and share the video.